The latest. Thank you for all love and support. I appreciate to all. Our all in all, the Savior, the Protector, the Unifier, the Messiah, the King of Kings, the Comforter. Oh, the most loved. Captain Ibrahim Traore has given us another amazing reason to be proud as Africans. He's shocking the people in Burkina Faso. We know African, they told us that wisdom is in the hairs of the old one. So we have grown to believe this, and we are all praying that when we grow old, especially when we see the gray hair, we say it is wisdom. So we are hoping that when we get to that stage where we have gray hair, then we have the wisdom to do the amazing and the bulldozer for the country and the continent. And that is why African leaders, we have always had the old ones to lead us. So because that is the mentality that they've kept in us, that the old ones have the wisdom and they can govern the affairs of the nation and the continent best. But it has turned out to be that it's not true. What they have been telling us is for them to camp us somewhere so that they get the power. Even though we have wonderful leaders and elders in Africa with gray hair that are doing the bulldozing. But when we come to the more, those ones that we have had have never shown us anything good. When we take our freedom fighters who gave us independence, we take Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, we take Lumumba, we take Sankara, we take Muammar Gaddafi and the rest. They were not very old like these ones, that even when they are in the meetings, they'll be sleeping, dozing. They don't even know what is happening. That is not that. These people rose up and fought for freedom when they were still energetic. So that should tell you that in the fight of everything, we need people that have energy to lead us. Captain Ibrahim Traore said yes, after eating one way or the other, we might fall sick. So what do I have to do? The people of Burkina Faso do not have hospitals, so he said he's going to give us a hospital, a very beautiful one. We have the university hospital that is almost completed. Yes, even though he's not happy that they have delayed, because he was expecting that by now it should be commissioned, but they said by June to July this thing should be done. An additional 55 hospitals across the country. Yes, he said every province should have a hospital, a very good one at that. That he's not just giving these hospitals to where he's coming from. You know what is happening in Africa, that tribalism thing. If you're coming from this region, everything of yours must go there, and other regions are suffering because their leaders or their people are not in power. And when they finally get the power to, because they don't want to send it home and it will look like they are sending it home, they will not be giving it to where, and they are lacking behind, and then the infrastructure and everything will just go in group at one particular place. That is not what Captain Ibrahim Traore is doing. He's sharing everything equally to every part of Burkina Faso.
We remain seated for the execution rate of the construction works of the reference hospital in Bobo Dioulasso. It is 90%. The construction works of the reference hospital in Bobo Dioulasso, it is 95%, notes the Prime Minister, who was on site. The head of the government also visited the radiotherapy center and the Imbi Ouattara maternity. The film with Betty Bienon and Ismail Satoun in Paris.
The Prime Minister, Rim Talba John Emmanuel Ouedraogo, receives explanations here about the reference hospital project in Bobo Dioulasso. This infrastructure, costing 60 billion naufrages, is today, according to the company, in charge of the works at a 95% execution rate. It is equipped, among other things, with 90 consultation rooms, a state-of-the-art imaging service, 25 dialysis beds, 11 operating rooms, and 14 intensive care beds. After this presentation phase, the visitor of the day and his team toured the facilities. Upon leaving, the assessment is satisfactory for what was shown.
It is truly an impressive infrastructure that we have discovered. What remains are mainly the roadworks, the work for energy, but also the equipment, the acquisition of consumables, and the access road. I think everything will be done so that this last remaining point can be satisfactorily addressed as soon as possible. In any case, the goal set for the Ministry of Health is to ensure that as soon as this infrastructure is received, it can be operational.
Once completed, this infrastructure, built on approximately 4,200 meters, will become a medical and health institution. With the largest volume, the highest specifications, and the best medical treatment conditions in Burkina Faso, with 500 beds. From the reference hospital, the delegation headed to the radiotherapy center under construction. There, the construction site is delayed. An opportunity, therefore, to call attention. The company responsible for the work is urged to do everything possible to meet the new deadline.
It is. with a somewhat bitter taste that we noted the state of this site, which is already nearly 27 months behind schedule. I believe the company has made firm commitments to ensure that June 2025 is truly the date for the completion of the work, and we have insisted that this deadline be respected. In any case, we have made it clear to the company we will do everything in our power to ensure that the June 2025 deadline is met, and that Bobo Dioulasso and the entire region finally have their radiotherapy center. This is all the more unacceptable because, despite the difficult conditions, the state is keeping its commitments. That the company is dragging its feet in the realization of such an important and strategic infrastructure.
The Gimbi Ouattara maternity, over 60 years old, was also on the Prime Minister's agenda. Rim Talba, Jean-Emmanuel Ouedraogo praised the civic engagement of young people, men and women, who initiated a community fundraising effort to rehabilitate this maternity. The staff was also congratulated and encouraged for the work accomplished.
According to him, he's not a politician. He's a military leader. So he has come to do the right thing by sharing everything equal. Everybody belongs to Burkina Faso, and every resources in Burkina Faso belong to the people and not some particular group of people. You know the ethnicity thing that is worrying us in Africa, and that is why we are not developing. Or whatsoever tribe is in power, everything must gear towards your region and your people. This is why Africa we are not moving for, because of this tribal ethnicity thing that we are using to divide ourselves. We are not distributing the resources of the nation equally. So people are enjoying and others are suffering. When you need something better, you have to move and travel all the way from wherever you are coming from to a certain part of the country to receive the best treatment. Captain Ibrahim Traore said that thing is old-fashioned way of leadership. Everybody is a citizen of Burkina Faso. Whether what tribe you are, as long as you are in Burkina Faso, you have the right to enjoy everything that belongs to the country. All the natural resources, everything that is coming out of it, you must enjoy. So these hospitals are going to be there for everybody. Whoever that is not well and needs it should have access to it. This is what we are talking about. This is leadership. As these leaders are here making policies 50, 30, 20 years when they know they will never be there, Captain Ibrahim Traore is saying that we are the future. So do the things now. This is the difference between an elderly person and the young person. It's not all of us, the young ones, that also think like Captain Ibrahim Traore. Some of us are thinking of the easy way to make money. And that is why we have also allowed ourselves to be used by these politicians to be doing their, you understand? So that at the end of the day, when it is time for election, they give us positions. So for that reason, even when we see the wrong things, we are always defending them. You see us sitting on TV, radio, defending things that are affecting our own future without seeing anything wrong with it, because we have grouped ourselves under one particular umbrella called colors or party. So it's not all of us that are thinking in that direction. As we are busy making money, he's busy bringing things that will change the narrative of the continent and the people of Burkina Faso, because what we are seeing in Burkina Faso is not only for the people. It will get to all of us. When things become critical, you don't have the money to travel to the United States of America, that they are saying we should not even come. Once you go to Burkina, after all these hospitals, let me give you the gist, everything is in it. They are just as standard as what is in the Western world. Mention what they have. Is it that one? Oh, Captain Ibrahim Traore got it covered. He has made sure that whatsoever that will make us leave Africa and go there for treatment now, it will be in this hospital. So we will not lack anything. This hospital is not only for the Burkinabés, it is for Africans. After all, he told us that whatsoever that he's doing is not for the people of Burkina Faso, but all of us in Africa. So we should have that in mind and know that if Burkina Faso is free, if Mali, Niger, we are equally free. That is what we have to understand. And this is why we are always fighting them and tagging them and helping our leaders to tag them dictators and democratic. They should bring democracy. Because if you understand the move of Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, we all in Africa will be safe. So in order for them not to allow you to achieve that freedom you are looking for, they have to find something beautiful to always create. You know how these people always create beautiful. I don't go to journalism school before I can advocate for the freedom of Africa. This is wonderful. So the politicians who are always sitting down, bringing the tribal division, making things go to one particular ethnic group because you are in power. You have the disease and go and learn from it. This is amazing. Now we understand that gray hair is not wisdom, because there are some people full of gray hair, but they are sitting there and the natural resources are moving. They are the ones who are always giving them the tactics. They will even allow them to even use them to go and pretend they want to do what military cooperation with Niger. And at the end of the day, before we realize, all the information that we have to safeguard ourselves will not be given to them. You see, so it's not everybody that is old that have wisdom. No, there are some people that are old yet. If it were to be somebody to, like by now, the men, sorry, will be chasing women. You see, this is the time the money has come. The state now is in our hands now. The state is in our hands. You see, the money is there. This is the time we would have been buying Range Rover. Whoa, you know the names of the cars, the latest ones. Mention them. Yes, this is the time you'll be buying them. And be looking at the women. Yes, as for some of us, you don't like it because the color is dark. You'll not be looking for the ones you call plantain chips. Yes, there's those that look like yellow pawpaw. You will not be chasing after the slave queen. But he's not doing all these things. This is a lesson to all of us, that there are certain things we have to put aside. We have to always put greed, selfishness, so that together we fight and make Africa a better place. That the fight is not for one person. We have to all unite as a people to liberate the continent, so that we will have the freedom and the recognition that we are looking for. That there are certain things that are not important. These are the things that the old ones are doing. So when they go for, yellow pawpaw will definitely get them these ones. When they see the color, they just be signing things anyhow. Whatsoever they want, they'll just be signing anyhow. We saw an expose that happened in a country called G, when they brought some, yes, and then they were just signing deals like that. That is what they would have done. But Captain Ibrahim Traore, you can never try. So the men too, when you finally get the positions, the money is not for you to be spending it on the ladies. Use it for a very wonderful and amazing thing for the country. We have to all come together and fight. Time to fight. Time to put our desires and certain things aside to fight for a unified cause, to fight for the freedom that we are looking for Africans. We deserve the best. If we don't kill the desires, these are the things that yellow pawpaw is always using against you. So they know your weak points. And when you see color, so Captain Ibrahim Traore is not doing any of that. Doing away with trouble, whatsoever that will bring division, whatsoever systems that they've kept in place, this man is doing everything possible to do away with them. Thus, we say congratulations. Captain Ibrahim Traore, long live. Burkina Faso, long live Captain Ibrahim Traore. And may the ancestors continue to protect you for the wisdom, the strength, the courage, and everything that you are giving to us, the Africans, to follow. We say, may the ancestors protect, and may the land continue to guide you in every aspect of your life. United we stand, divided we fall, and united we keep standing forever and ever. The greatest enemy of the African is mental slavery. So let's decolonize ourselves from mental slavery. So let's keep sharing and educating our brothers and sisters. Together we make Africa great for ourselves and the next generations that are going to come. So that's the latest around the world, in Africa, West Africa, and in Burkina Faso.